December the 28th. Let's get it. So the Toronto Raptors switched up their starting lineup going up against the Washington Wizards last night. They started with Scotty Barnes, Gary Trent, OG Anunoby, Pascal Siakam, and Jakob Poeltl. I'm not sure if this is something they're gonna go with moving forward, or if it's something the coach just tried out for the game. I'm glad to see the coach trying different things. That's something that should be done when your team's struggling. You want to try different things regardless how it may look from the outside. The thing is, I think the tough part would be to bench OG Anunoby or Barnes or Siakam, to bench one out of those three. I think that would be the best thing to do in terms of winning games. But for a new head coach who, his first impression is key, you don't want to really do that, especially if you do that. If you bench one of those three guys and you continue to lose, it'd just be a horrible situation. So I understand why he would never dare bench Siakam, Barnes, or Anunoby, even though I think that would be the best thing. I think the best lineup would be Schroeder, Gary Trent, OG Anunoby, and Barnes or Pascal. Then Jakob Poeltl. I don't know who I'd say, but I've said it many times, and I just don't see the reason for having Barnes and Pascal Siakam together. In my opinion, I think they play similar. They have a similar role, I should say, even if their games may not be identical. Their role on the team is pretty much identical. So yeah, I think that would be the best lineup. But this was an interesting lineup. I don't know if Scotty Barnes is going to be the primary ball handler. It'll be a very big test once they go up against the Boston Celtics. That will be the next game for the Raptors. So we'll see if the coach decides to go with that same lineup going up against the Celtics and how it looks. I'm not really too fond of it, but hey, who's to say? Maybe it's better than the other lineup. So we'll see. We'll see how it looks. So moving on to what we got. We got the player matchup. Last night we had Shai Gilgeous going up against Jalen Brunson. The numbers go like this. Shai Gilgeous had 36 points, 7 rebounds, 8 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks. Went 13 for 23 from the field goal, 2 for 5 from the 3-point, 8 for 9 from the free throw, finished with a plus 12 in 36 minutes. Jalen Brunson had 24 points, 4 rebounds, 7 assists, 2 steals, 1 block, went 9 for 19 from the field goal, 1 for 5 from the 3-point, 5 for 5 from the free throw, and finished with a minus 9 in 37 minutes. This is going to be an easy one. We're going to give it to Shai. They did get the win. And Shai's numbers look better across the board. Thing is, too, Shai, his size makes a big difference when it comes to this matchup. They didn't go up really against each other physically throughout the game. There was a couple times where they did find each other, but the thing is, the big difference is, of course, Jalen Brunson, he gives up a few inches, and he's going to use his size, and he's physical. He's going to probe and try to get himself open and get opportunities for the rest of his teammates. The thing is with Shai is he has more options because of his size, so he could probe. If the probe doesn't work, then he just takes it right to the bucket, and he's either going to get fouled or he's going to get the bucket. So Shai is an interesting player. I'd probably compare him to Penny Hardaway, even though he gives up a couple inches to even Penny. Penny was about 6'7". I think Shai is about 6'5". But Shai does have a lot of length though, so he does make up there. And it's just good. It's good to see a player, especially that he's from Toronto too. And he's really showing us what a big point guard looks like and how effective a big point guard could be. So you got that matchup. Moving on to the picks. Last night, me and Star both got our picks. I think he had the Suns. What was that? That was minus 2.5. I had the Bucks -7 going up against Brooklyn. Let me check out the scores. What were the scores? The Suns won 129 to 113 for Houston in Houston, and the Milwaukee Bucks won 144 to 122 against Brooklyn in Brooklyn. All right, so both of us got our picks. I'm still up 1-0. Star has yet to beat me. We'll see how he does tonight. Tonight, the pick I got is Denver Nuggets -7.5 in Memphis versus the Grizzlies. Straight Star has Indiana -1.5 versus the Chicago Bulls in Chicago. All right, and the player matchup I got today is going to be Derek Lively versus Rudy Gay, two defensive big men. We'll see how they do. Of course, Rudy Gay has a lot more experience than Derek Lively, but we'll see how the young guy does. All right, so we're going to leave it at that. Y'all have a good day, and we'll catch y'all on the next one.